Well, howdy ho, and welcome back to Hadrian's Forge. I'm Scott, but you know that already. Today, well, was going to be what I thought was going to be a series called Drawer Pull of the Week. That's being canceled because somebody started doing it before me, and well, I don't know if I'm stepping on toes, so I'm just going to change what I'm doing. I mean, they did start it first, so uh, I'm just going to switch. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to switch it to, but it threw me into kind of a loop as to a project and what the video. Um, well, one of the things that I've been meaning to do is do a series, do a video on finishing. I mean, after I get it out the forge and I show it to you, I still haven't quite finished it yet. And I thought because I had no other plan and I need to do some finishing on a couple of pieces, that I would make my next video on that. So this is me and how I finish my pieces. And tell me all about what you want in the comments below. As for the question, what do I think a good beginner project? That video will be coming up here real soon. And as for the question of sorry, brain freeze, you know me, sometimes my brain locks. As to the question of metal heat, temperature, and timing, I have a video, I'm working on a video for that. So your comments do get heard and do take in any consideration. Anyway, so leave me those comments, tell me what you think, ask me your questions, uh, uh, and yeah, and while you're down there, hit that like button. Or if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. But just leave me a comment, tell me what you're thinking. Um, I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera angle around a little bit, and so that obviously we're at the um, not in the grinding room, but at the angle grinding bench. That's a good one, angle grinding bench. There we go. And with the angle grinding bench, and so I'll be switching over so we can do that, and we'll be finishing this hook, and this hook, and I'm hoping that it allows me to figure out a way that, because this doesn't fit in the forge, so as I'll be showing you how I do it, it will be me learning how, anyway, it will be a learning experience all the way around. So let's go ahead and have a good time and get finishing. Give me a second to move the camera around, and we'll get going. Obviously, this is the tool I'm going to be using. It's the one in my hand. Some of the positions, some of the positions are hard to get into because of the bends and angles. Uh, and really just at this point, I'm just trying to do my best on it. With this side. should think about just clear coating this at this step. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over and reset up at the forge. I'm gonna go get a soda, and I'll be right back. And we'll see how we get these things finished. Well, as you can see, we're back at the forge, and of course we got Baby Dragon here. Now I don't know. Obviously, I have no idea about what any of you know, but I thought that because this is a what am I doing, and making this up as I go episode, and not having quite enough with just this is how I finish it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the forge. And now this forge obviously is a single Venturi boner, and I've got it currently set for the finishing. I've got the choke set up at a quarter, so only a quarter of it is open. I'll be using it at 4.5 psi, and what that will do is it'll put me a real nice right here where I want to work. Heat source right there that's just hot enough to just do what I want to do. Now, because of its variable nature, and it does more, I mean, this is more than just a steel forge. I mean, because it is adjustable and can do other things. When it's set at, so it's set at the 7/8, which is where I normally have it set for 10 psi for blacksmithing. You take and leave that choke set there and turn it down to a 6, somewhere between 6, 4.5, 6 psi is where you would have it set for a nice heat ball in the middle to do heat just enough to heat copper to loosen it up. Because the guild lead does repose, something, and chasing really good too. Just some amazing work. One of these days I'll have to see about showing it to you. But the point being is that if your equipment has adjustments, it can oftentimes be used for more than one thing. Was it specifically designed for tempering copper? Probably not. Does it hurt it to set it that way? No, not really. So basically, and I'll be playing with it, seeing if I open the choke up 100%, seeing what PSI gives me Prophet's Dragon's breath out of it. And I may do an episode about that. But for now, be it to say that you can adjust by the amount of propane into your forge, you adjust how hot it is. The carburetor or airflow in controller controls how much oxygen is inside your box. So that's why when you have it set and you have it so that there's just a little flame about yay much hanging out here is where you want it. That tells you that you have no oxygen, which is what keeps your scale from building up. Now I may need to look at this because I think it got lowered a little bit because I think it was supposed to be closer to 3/4, not 7/8. So that's one of the things I'll be checking on later. But right now, yes, it's set at 1/4 and 5 psi to give me the heat right here. Now I could use a heat gun, I suppose. Well, I guess no suppose about it. I could use a heat gun, but I'm setting up on the forge anyway. I've got a class this afternoon to be teaching, so I'm just working at the forge. So we're doing it this way this time. If you like this technique, but say, hey, no, it needs to be done with the heat gun, well, then by all means, do it with the heat gun. And also, if you don't like the way I'm doing it, don't do it my way. Experiment, practice, and play around, and do it your own way. I recommend that wholeheartedly. So, anyway, like I said, now that's how I got this currently set up. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and I don't like where the angle and where the camera is currently sitting. So I'm gonna hit pause on the video for a second, do some moving around, the whole director things, and we'll be right back. Hold on. Just in case my camera blinks out, uh, I want at least a chunk that says, "Hey, I'm sorry," and this will be that chunk. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tilt you back down into position and see if I can't do the rest of this. Hold on.